this again. Just try to record this, you guys, and it connection issue. So I'm doing this over again. Shout out to my new subscribers, old school subscribers, my TikTok family. Look, y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all long. It's gonna be a short one. Women want to make their league. Period. Okay. If you're not that they feel like you're the best guy out there for them, then they're always going to be looking. Now they're always going to be looking in the West, no matter what. Period. But we should be looking for women that are in the West. We should be looking for women abroad. Anyone that's going to treat us right. Period. Point blank. And right now, I would say that we should be working on self improvement. Look, y'all, give yourself 2 to 3 years of self improvement. Now, am I saying during this time frame, don't have your fun, whatever you want to do. Don't get really serious, with any of these westernized women. I mean, if you find a needle in the rough and what I'm saying, a haystack, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? No one needs to tell you what to do if you find some great woman, that you never thought you'd find, but 9 times out of 10 you're not. And dating abroad is probably the best way to go, but the next couple years become the best version of yourself. Now, if you want to be dating and you want to put yourself out there, make sure you're wrapping it up. Take them to Pound Town. Make sure your skill level stays up. Make sure you're hitting the gym. Just a couple years, because I'm telling you, if you haven't gone through it already, if you're in your 30s or 40s, listen, it's a shift in the energy. So a lot of us can no longer deal with low vibrational people, and we didn't know we were with low vibrational people. So we're kind of clearing out those situations and making better situations for ourselves. And some of y'all haven't gone through it yet at all. Some of the younger guys are just watching us and know to do better. But putting a couple of good years into yourself, think about it. You'll be in a different tax bracket. You'll be more confident. Everyone's always putting pressure on men to get with a woman so they don't feel lonely. But you never really feel lonely when you're by yourself, and you know it. You know it, and I know it, right? It's most of the time societal pressures that make you feel like should be with, someone. And every time you turn around, they're online talking about people need people and we're here to be with someone. That's true, but you don't need to be with just anybody. It should be someone special. And so you find that one, solo it, work on yourself, get your fitness first and foremost. Most men can get their therapy in through a couple good workout sessions throughout the week. Not overdoing it, nothing like that. Start reading books. If you can't go back to school, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. But you can download some ebooks or whatever, or get some hardbacks. But do what you got to do. Start reading some books. Get your mind going. Start slowing things down. Saving money. You'd be surprised how much money you save when you're out here doing what you need to do, to get where you want to be. Now, you're going to get gaslit by a bunch of raggedy, leftover, funky butt women. You're going to have them out here saying things like, oh, well, there's a movement of guys that's just broke that can't afford to go on dates. Yeah, all of a sudden, there are men that can't afford to go on dates, but throughout all of history and time, men have found ways to afford to take these raggedy-ass leftover women on dates. That's not the case. This is gaslighting, man. This is hating. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it, because you got people out here having problems with people using terms nowadays. So whatever you want to call it, it's mental manipulation. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to them at all. But I'm going to tell you something about these women. They are obsessed. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop watching you. They can't get enough. When you're on your purpose and you pay them no mind, you pay them no attention, man, dude, these women, you have to beat them off with a stick. They keep coming back to watch the next episode. They want to see what you're going to do next. The fact that you move in silence drives them insane. They're not used to this. The fact that you have no problem with walking away from any situation, no matter how long you've been in it, no matter how deep you are in it, they don't listen. This kind of stuff, it's a different kind of man. They're not used to you. You guys smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. They're not used to you. They're not used to a guy that stands on it. They're not used to a guy that will make them feel like maybe they're not a 10. And I'm telling you, When you're working on yourself and you've gotten yourself to the point where, you've improved, and you know that you're operating within, what I'm saying, the best version of yourself, as closest to God as possible, you're going to have this confidence about you that can't be shaken or stirred. And it's going to drive women insane because they're used to being able to mentally manipulate men, trying to poke and pry, using different kind of ways that women have shamed men for years. When they can't get to you that way, when a woman can see that you're really basking in your masculinity, like nothing really gets to you, you're on your purpose, you're doing what you need to do, you're working out, you're doing your skincare regimens, man, you're keeping it clean, you're upgrading yourself daily, just shining your light. Women are naturally drawn to this kind of energy. It just draws women into you. It's they can't even help themselves. There are some women out there that's going to feel like they can't stand the fact that they like you, because nowadays a lot of women, they feel like they've lost control. They got this control issue. Modern women, and they feel like they've lost, they're losing control whenever you're, making them feel all warm and fuzzy. This fire truck just decided to do that, scare the crap out of me, but that's cool. No one asked them to do it. I didn't raise my hand. But look, women, they want to feel like they're in control at all times of themselves, and they feel like liking a guy, they are losing control, and they don't want to feel like they're losing control of themselves. Which we're not women, so we don't really know how the woman mind operates. Like, we can't and won't lose control of ourselves that easily, and we don't think of it like that, right? While you're getting to know someone. But if she really likes you, if they really like you a lot, they're going to feel like they're losing control. They don't have control of themselves. They're like obsessing over you. They're dreaming about you. If you're a content creator, they're watching you. They're playing with themselves to you. They're doing everything that they can do, you know what I'm saying, to feel, make themselves, feel like they have some type of relationship with you, but they'll never approach you. And if you ever end up talking to one of these women, I'm telling you, you'll see it's strange. They act like, you're their adversary, and they have to come off like they need to humble you, but they really just like you, and they don't know how to react properly. Like, they're so outside of the feminine frame, they don't know how to react properly. So they like you, and through liking you, they feel like they are losing control of themselves and their emotion, and then they get defensive and start doing weird things, man. So just expect this. And the more attractive you are, the more select, the more you get in your bag and get in really good shape, and you're figuring your diet out, and your skin and everything is looking really good. You're glowing. You got your beard game right, or your hair game right, or both. And you're dressing accordingly, wearing stuff that fits you. They just lose their minds. And we think that we look at them and the cheeks and listen, it all looks good and everything, but they look at us way harder. They study us, because you got to remember, women are looking for guidance from someone at all times anyway. So if they're not getting guidance from a man, they're getting it from the powers that be, but they're still looking at the kind of guy that they like. A lot of women just, I got women that just watch me, and I know that they're fantasizing. I know that they're thinking, about they wish they could, but they're so in their ego, they just want to keep it at a distance and just sit around wondering what if, which is fine with me. God's rejection is God's protection. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, trying to put this information out to you guys. Some of the women that'll probably treat you some of the worst are probably the women that like you the most. The modern woman just doesn't like to feel out of control over emotions, and the way that they feel about you, they can't control themselves. It's just this animal instinct to just want to submit to you and do whatever you want them to do, and they don't want that feeling. They've done so much in their life to become the man that they've always wanted, and now they're looking for, to me, it seems like they're looking for a bride or a girlfriend that they can kind of control. you know, and that's not going to never happen with a guy like you. Now, they know this, they know they can't approach, but it's not going to stop them from obsessing. And that's the way it is. So I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I just wanted to get on here and put this information out really quickly, man, because it weighed on me and I felt like it needed to be said. Because right now, if you are doing what the rest of us wolves are doing, you know, some of us are a year or so in, some of us are 2, going on 3. You put about a year. If you're not in a financial situation, maybe a year or so. But if you end up in a financial situation and you're having to get it out the mud, like myself, was homeless or whatever, give yourself about 2 to 3 years, and you can make yourself into a whole different man, the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, all you have to do is just envision the reality that you want, and then just make a stride every day towards that reality, and take every day, you know what I'm saying, like one day at a time. Like, don't get ahead of yourself and start thinking about tomorrow, or I don't think about yesterday at all, but I try to make sure I stay in the moment, in the current moment. That way you don't get overwhelmed or frustrated or bothered. And I also know that women aren't going to go anywhere. So any woman trying to put pressure on me to make me feel like what she has, no other woman has, and I'm missing out on something, I know that woman is not meant to be around me, and that woman is not meant for me. And I get away from her. Because again, there are women that are turning 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 every single day, all around the world. So to think that we're limited to the women that are in proximity of us or within the states of us is insane. And they're starting to come around and understand that. But it really doesn't even matter, because the fact that you know you have options, you're not worried at any point in time about hurrying up and getting with somebody. You know, if you put time into yourself and the better version of yourself you are, the more women you're going to attract, because why wouldn't you? You know, as a man, we're not like selfish like women are. Like, when we're trying to become the best version of ourselves, it's always to be like the best dad, the best provider, to make sure that our future families or whatever won't have to worry or need for nothing. Women just think about buying bags and weird things like that, and, you know, getting in debt, and, you know, buying a, you know, or leasing a C-Class Mercedes Benz to throw in their friend's face. You know how the women get those white, you know, with black trim C-Class Mercedes Benz all the time. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But men don't do anything like that. Like, what I'm seeing from guys that are doing what I'm doing right now, they're all saving, they're all buying homes, property, land, they're all investing in themselves, building businesses, networking, working out every day, feeling really good about themselves, knowing that they're the king of their reality, and they deserve to be treated as such. So that's what the men are doing, you know, right now during this time. The women are just mad at the men for not dating them. They're mad at us for not approaching them and dating them. And they're also mad at us because of the Pookies and the Ray Rays they've picked, you know, previously in other relationships that left them the way that they are. So they're mad at us and project onto us for their failed relationships with horrible men. And they're also mad that we're looking for better options elsewhere, like overseas. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I appreciate y'all, you know, joining me. Make sure you smash that like button now more than ever. You know, these channels are starting to take off. It's all because of you guys. I want to take a quick moment to thank all y'all for everything that you're doing. Love what you guys are doing with this channel over here. I like to jump on this channel and just give you guys like a night video or something like that. I'm going to start putting up other videos, like reaction videos on here and stuff like that. But I like jumping on here in the moment, coming out here and dropping a little short video. But anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Remember, you know, continue to grind and work on yourself. I'm telling you, brother, as you start ascending and becoming a better version of yourself, better women are going to start orbiting you. And you're going to start noticing, and you'll be like, oh, what if I do a little bit more? And you do a little bit more, better women start orbiting you, and you're like, and more women, and then it just starts to roll, and you become a new man that is priority based, and you see everything around you manifesting itself in a great way. You're not going to ever want to stop. You're going to stay in flow. Okay. So if you're in flow already, congratulations, salute. If you guys are working on it, that's all you got to do. And you have to work hard every single day. Get up as early as you need to, schedule things as much as you can, stick to your schedules, meal prep, work out, and you would be surprised at a year to 2 years, the different kind of man you'll be and the level of women you'll be getting. Never settle. All right. Love y'all and stay blessed.